Joey 2 Bars here. Today I'm bringing you a quick tip video on some advanced techniques you could be using in your Fortnite games that could really help you out, and I don't see used a lot around in the community. I mean, besides like really top tier streamers and big names in the community, but I want to bring this video out just to show you how to use them, how to do it, and everything like that and in between. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thanks. So the first tip I'll be showing you guys today is a little pyramid trick that I don't really get seen used a lot, and I kind of realized it while I was playing Playground with a couple of my friends, that it works really well for stopping pushes and gaining high ground over someone. So say you're in a build battle, obviously you might be higher up in the sky, and for whatever reason you end up in a 1x1. So you're in a 1x1, you're low on HP, blah blah blah, whatever, and the enemy player is above you. A good tip you could do is you could throw a pyramid up here, which then leaves it so if you throw a pyramid up here, normally when someone's above here, they're going to be spam shooting you, and then if you try to edit out and build up and gain high ground, they'll usually just do this, and you know, they pretty much will immediately take high ground again, and you really can't do anything about it. But with this tip right here, let me break this down, it works really well. I've gained high ground a lot using this technique. Basically, so what you're going to do is you're going to be down here. You throw a pyramid up, wait for him to like reload or whatever, and the second you feel comfortable, you're gonna edit out quick, go up, win the pyramid there, and you're gonna build up easy high ground. The reason that it makes it so easy to gain high ground above someone when you're doing this is because normally, like I said, you'd place the ramp, but when you put the pyramid here, you can't actually place the ramp. So the best bet right here to get up is to go like this and then put a floor, which takes way more time than editing quickly. By the time they react, you're already gonna be like in the middle of turning around, basically like this, and by the time they react, you pretty much will have high ground and there's nothing they can really do about it. So instant high ground like that, that's the first tip I want to show you guys. It's really simple, it's really easy, but I don't see it used a lot. Maybe eventually it will become like a big time strat or whatever, but it's really helpful, and that's the first tip. Alright. So the next tip I got for you guys is another way to gain high ground on someone when you use the pyramid strategy. As you can see, I placed the pyramid to gain high ground, or like to stop him from taking high ground. So normally what people will do is they'll ramp up and do a little turnaround to gain high ground, which then puts you right above where the person got pyramided, which there's no problem with that. That's still something that like I feel like most people are still going to do. This is just another way that I found you could take high ground when using the strategy. So basically what you're going to want to do is you put the pyramid down, and what you're going to want to just put a floor, wall, or I mean ramp, and then do the whole spin around. So basically it's kind of the same thing, but I don't know, you go out an extra one, so I kind of feel like you gain distance. You can come back in like I just did, but it's just another way for you to gain high ground, and it's a little bit flashy, so if you're trying to test yourself, test your skills, it's another way to do it. It's pretty cool, different way to do it, like I said, and it kind of makes it harder for someone to go another way, because usually when you get pyramided, they're just going to go up like this or like this, and then doing a little spin around too. But doing that eliminates one way. They have to go this way, which gives you an advantage, to be honest, because you know what to expect. You know where they're going to come from. If they don't do that, they're going to have to break it. It's going to take more time. So yeah, that's the second tip. Comes in really good handy. So yeah. So the next technique I got for you guys here goes hand in hand with the first technique I showed you with the pyramid. Basically when you're stuck in a 1x1 and someone's above you and you try to gain high ground by doing the ramp, the double ramp up. By double ramp I mean this. Usually someone's going to follow you either by building a ramp up, which that's why you want to kind of use the pyramids, because they can't ramp up. It prevents them. They have to actually just follow or take the time to put the floor on the wall to gain the high ground enough to use the ramp. So basically the technique I'm going to show you right now, it works best, like I said, if you put this pyramid down, because they're going to have to do this instead of following you at a ramp. They're going to have to just chase up the ramp, and that's a lot riskier. They usually can't if you go fast enough with the turn, because you put a wall up and they usually won't be able to block you off. But so basically this is the technique here. You're going to start off by doing a double ramp, and I'm going to do one in slow so you can see it. So I'm ramping up, someone's following me, I hear them. You're going to place a pyramid up there like that. Go up one more, boom, take high ground easy. They can't block it. They're gonna get blocked by the pyramid. That is the easiest way to take high ground. There's no way they can react quick enough for you. Now this is what it's gonna look like in an actual game scenario at fast speed. Boom, like that, you got high ground easy. No way to really counter that. They kind of either have to break it, which will take time. Basically, this is just gonna give you high ground automatically if you can make the spin quick enough. So that's the third tip. The next tip I got for you guys is a way to continuously gain high ground on someone. So basically you already need to have high ground on the person, but this is if you want to continuously go up and up and up like tremendously. So this is the best way, in my opinion, to do it. I've seen people like Tfue and Myth do this, but they do it in a different way, and I kind of put my own little twist on it. It's kind of their idea still, but I put my own little twist on it that makes it easier for me to do, and I'm sure it'll be easier for you guys to do. So here's the tip. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to start with a ramp and a floor, or I should say a ramp. You're going to want to start at the top of the ramp. What you're going to want to do is jump, ramp, jump, ramp, jump, ramp, jump, ramp, and you're going to constantly want to be turning in order for you to get the ramp. It's a little bit slower than what Tfue and Myth do, I'd say, but it works really well like this. See, I just blocked myself up, but you see how much higher I just got in that couple seconds here? I'll go back down to where I started with brick. Look how high I got that quickly. That was not even like 10 seconds. That was crazy how quick I went up. So basically, to reiterate, you want to put a floor, a ramp, and you're going to want to start at the top of the ramp like this, and you could do it really quickly, and you want to also make sure you're always turning your camera, because that's what Myth and Tfue do, and like streamers do. They jump and do like, see, you could do that. I kind of find it harder because you can actually, like, I almost just did knock yourself off. I find it easier to do the way I do, and it's more natural for me anyways. You could try either way. Like I said, playground's in the game, so do what you think is comfortable for you. But so once again, you want to start at the top of the ramp, floor ramp, turn your camera, floor ramp, floor ramp, floor ramp, floor ramp, floor ramp. See, I messed it up. So basically the reason I messed up there is I wasn't at the tip of the ramp. You want to always make sure you're close to the top of the ramp, or it's not going to work as easily. You could do it like this too, just twisting your camera. I'm not actually like rotating my pieces or anything. It's just the way you rotate your camera. So that's the fourth tip. It's really, really good when you're battling someone in a build battle and you want to just gain high ground really quickly when you're not really in the middle of a fight. And you're just kind of stagnant up there looking for the player. So yeah, the next tip I got for you guys here is a way to counter the pyramid strategy, which is obviously putting the pyramid above someone who ramps above you. Now the way to counter this is obviously when you're under here and you get pyramided, the only way you can really get out is by placing a floor here, a floor there, and ramping up, or going behind like this, which also works pretty well. Now this way to counter, there's a couple ways to counter. I'm going to show you all of them right now. So the first way to counter is when you're building up and you know that you're going to take high ground, and just say you know the player's a good player, because I must say, like, I don't really see anyone using the pyramids techniques in like solo games and stuff like that. I don't really see it happen too often. Usually when you see someone do it, be careful, because they're probably a pretty good player, or they know what they're doing, so respect them. Respect the fight. So basically, one tip you could do here, the first tip is place a floor. When you place a floor here and they're down here, they can't actually put the pyramid up there. I think you can, but it's like, yeah, see how awkward of an angle it is, and it's kind of like buggy. See, like, you pretty much end up placing it above yourself. So place a floor like that. That's probably the best way for you to do it, is placing the floor. And you kind of want to get that to be a habit, because usually when you're ramping, especially now with SMGs, you should be putting a floor in front of here, because how fast you're going to go down, you're going to want to have as much protection as possible. So I recommend double ramping anyways, like that, with the wall behind it, or doing a double. But usually when you get in this situation, you're going to have one ramp up. So that's the first way. Now the next way to do it is actually, it's a little bit riskier, but it's a good way to do it. So say you're ramping up and you think the player you're going against is going to pyramid you because you know you have the high ground. What you're going to want to do is just, so you're running here, you're placing, you're running, you're just about to get above and place your own pyramid, run, ramp up, do a little spin around, and you got high ground. So basically, if you didn't catch what I did there, if you place your own pyramid, obviously they won't be able to place a pyramid on you. So you edit it quick, and like I said, it's a little bit risky, because if you're not able to edit it quick enough, for whatever reason, things happen, it could go really poorly. But yeah, so that's the next way you could pretty much counter the pyramid. I find it to be really good. It's kind of better than using the double ramp, but like I said, you should be using the double ramp anyways with the wall behind you anyways. So yeah, that's the last tip I got for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope these tips made you better. These are things I do in every one of my games to make myself a better player as I mess up my floors here. But yeah, so if you have your time, some free time, I recommend doing these in Playground. They're things that a lot of top tier players do. I'm not calling myself a top tier player, but it's something that all the pros do. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and have a good day.